Hey guys, Davey here. Thank you so much for tuning in to another Motivational Monday. Sorry if my voice is a little off. My nose is a little stuffy. I'm still getting over a cold, and so still trying to get past all the huge flu that I had. And so just excuse me if my voice still isn't up to it. But today, for Motivational Monday, we're going to be talking about this topic of you want to read one book multiple times. So I know every Friday I have a different book review. I'm reading 52 books in a year as my goal for 2020. Now, that being said, it's important for you to find one book and read it multiple times. So how did I come up with this? Where I come up with this information? Well, actually, I attended the Growth Conference 2 weeks ago, I want to say, in Vegas by Grant Cardone. Go watch that video. There's going to be a live stream soon coming up with all the information. And during the intro, Grant talked about this idea of you have to read a book multiple times to really get it. Not just once or twice, but like 5, 6, 10 times to really, you should be able to basically rewrite the whole entire book word for word. You should be able to just basically memorize and be able to tell you any quote, any chapter, any sentence. You should know it all by heart. And it's important because you learn so much more the more times you repeat something, right? It's all about this idea of repetition. You read the book, read the book, read the book, read the book, read the book. And so it's something I've been trying to do now. I went back to read Rich Dad Poor Dad. I went back to read the 10X Rule, which will be a book review on that shortly. And as I'm doing this, I'm starting to realize that, it's important to reread and constantly read. Now, again, if you're like me, you get bored easily and you don't want to constantly be rereading the same thing over and over and over and over again without some kind of break. And that's why I read multiple books. I'm constantly, every week, I read a new book to get me new ideas, to get me more creative, to get me learning more and new things, because that's how I like to learn. I like to learn a lot of new things. Now, that being said, once every while, I'll go back to the book I reread, which right now my goal is to reread the 10X Rule at least 10 times. And so that's going to be a combination of audiobooks as well as actually reading it, right? So it's going to be multiple combinations. And I know that when I was reading the Millionaire booklet, which is also by Grant Cardone, and I had the audio book and I listened to it constantly. I mean, it was constantly on repeat. It's only like 3 hours of audiobooks length. But I realized that the more I listened to it, the more it really got me. I knew I could cite things. I had more energy. I had more motivation. I had more knowledge. And I could quote so many things that I just understood the book so much better when I kept repeating it, right? But eventually, when you stop, you lose that, and you lose that information. I mean, you only retain about 10% of what you read, or whatever the actual number is. Don't quote me on that. But what I'm trying to say is that if you're not constantly repeating and reading and rereading and rereading the same book, you're losing so much more information than you're actually gaining. And so for today's Motivational Monday, it's to encourage you to go back to the book that you really enjoyed, or if there isn't a book yet, or you like audiobooks, whatever it is, pick up one of the books I did book review on. If something sounded interesting, pick it up. My recommendation, go for the 10X Rule. Read it. If you really like Grant Cardone and what he does, read the 10X Rule multiple times, 10 times. Constantly keep reading the 10X Rule. Now, another great book would be Think and Grow Rich or The Richest Man in Babylon. 2 very classic books, both very, very huge in my my own personal development. I personally enjoyed Richest Man in Babylon a lot more, but then again, maybe it's just because I didn't put enough time to Think and Grow Rich. But again, I'm going to be going back to that as well. Another great book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Reread that 10 times. The Magic of Thinking Big. Any of those huge books, just keep constantly going back to rereading it. And you might have a period where you might reread it more times, and then after that, yearly, you want to go back to these books and constantly keep repeating them and learning from them and getting information that you forgot, getting it back into your arsenal. The reason for all this is because of that repetition, and repetition creates habits, right? It programs your self-conscious, and when you're programming your self-conscious by the same concept and the same book knowledge and information you're getting from that book, you're just going to become unstoppable. I mean, you're going to be an absolute beast when it comes to this kind of stuff, but you have to be willing and able to go there and get stuff done. You have to be able to go and pick up a book and read it multiple times, because it will help you, it will accelerate your growth, and it will make you a better person. It doesn't matter what area in life you want to be better at. There will always be, you will learn more the second time, the third time, and the fourth time than you do the first time of rereading or any lessons or any videos, anything at all. You will find more information and learn a lot more the second time through than you did the first time. It's crazy how it works, but you miss so much the first time. You don't understand so much for the first time, but when you're able to understand more the second time, it makes more sense, and you're able to just pick up more information. You will learn so much more the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 10th, 11th, 100th time you do something. You'll always be getting better from there and learning a lot more. So today's Motivational Monday, pick one book, and reread it multiple times. Again, up to you, whichever book you choose. I'm trying it with the 10x rule because I'm really trying to 10x my life at the moment, really 10x my motivation, my movement, and everything else in life. So that's what I'm heading for. But let me know down below in the comments what book you want to choose, or you're thinking of choosing to 10x and read multiple times and really hit that. I dare you guys to hit it and read the book 10 times in a row. I dare you guys 10 times in a row, read the book, see, and then come back to me and tell me if that's really helped you and how it has helped you, because it will help you. It will impact you in some sort of way. With that being said, though, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in another one of my videos. Peace out.